This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, and welcome back to our basic navigation training videos for Duct. What we're going to be talking about in this session is drawing at angles, and that will involve understanding upstream versus downstream. So let's go ahead and open up our layout that we finished last time, and you'll notice that we have introduced something new. So let's look at what happens when we have an obstruction. This obstruction is blocking the way that we intended to have our duct. So how can we have an offset to fix this? Well, it's very simple. We're going to draw in some angles other than 90 degrees. Now, to do that, we're going to have to kind of make some room. We're going to have to redo a few things. So we are going to, in edit mode, select this section here, which is impacting that pillar or post, and we are going to hit the delete button. Now, the delete button on your keyboard works just as well, but we're going to delete that. As we saw before, we are going to come over in draw mode, and we are going to draw again from that same corner, but this time we are going to stop short of the post. We're then going to click again. And if we use our quick menu here, I'm going to use a 45-degree angle. And you'll notice that I get guidelines now that move off at 45 degrees. So we'll simply move out so that we can miss the post. And we can now move parallel to where we were before till we're just past the post. And now we can, again, use 45, but in the other direction. And I'm going to turn this so that you guys can hopefully see when I back it up, I can use that snap line that you see pop up so that we're now even again with where we were, and it will snap into that location. I can then continue on and complete. So as you saw, when our quick menu comes up, we can select 90-degree elbows or turns, 60-degree elbows or turns, 45-degree elbows or turns, and 30-degree elbows or turns. The trick is, though, that it is vital that you understand the upstream versus downstream. So watch this. I am going to, in edit mode, select this section that was offset, and you'll notice that we have an in and an out area. Well, you can think of it this way. If we are looking with the flow, in other words, downstream of the flow, that would be the out end. If I needed to shorten this up, but I wanted it to, in fact, pull this closer, I can simply tell it that I want this to be shorter. And let's just say that we're going to pull this from 26 down to, let's say, 15 inches. So I go to the length, type 15, and hit the enter key. And it's asking, which end do I want to move, the upstream or the downstream? Well, I want to move this group closer to the post, so I'm going to pull the upstream end. And sure enough, there it goes. Okay? So that explains upstream and downstream. Upstream is the inlet end of the section you select. Downstream is the outlet end of the section you select. And you've just seen how to use drawing at angles. So in the next session, we're going to cover some basic branches. So we'll build off of this layout that we've just created. We'll add some branches and drops. Tune in.